Get the other way, come on, other way, come on, other way. Well done, well done. What you mean?
Do anything for a dollar. These guys gave me some consistency. They signed me for the whole season, as opposed to the past they ringing me on a Thursday to say, "Hey, can you do a game?" So yeah, I'll be doing the Northern men's and women's all season match rounds. So yeah, still doing League Castle though, so that'll get me around. I got a message Matt actually. Adam Murray, myself and Bridget from ABC want to try and come and do a piece of content, basically holding some tackle bags in March on one of the sessions, so just a bit of fun. Hey? I'm just worried that Maitland is going to want to tackle me. Yeah, that's okay. I'd probably rather Matt than, you know, maybe Sam and Jaden, so. Bridget wasn't keen on it. I was like, no, we'll make sure that the girls will tackle you, Bridget. It's okay. I really think it's a good piece of content if no one gets killed, but right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so Terry, because no one gets Terry would be nice about it, but still, you know, she's going to pick her up and, yeah, like, feel what it's like. I suggested it to them and they thought it was good, and Adam's like, yeah, we could probably do something for NBN. I'm like, we'll do a bit of content for League Castle, a bit of fun, and Link can get hold of Adam because, you know, he's talking about City Tip Central and everything he did, so. Yeah, I know there's no problem, it's just scheduling. Yeah, yeah. You still don't have notes walking on? I sort of get to train on the athletics field.
There were a few times I was like, but I'm like, they can't see. There's the other side of that has so many things.
Oh, there's a collection on Thursday, and all you could be doing is a great game for yourself. And they kept saying they'd travel up, and I was like, I don't know what place the headset is. Hey? What have you got for me, mate? What do you think? Yeah, so you use this instead of having my preference to develop it. Hello and welcome to Cook Square Park, the home of the Maitland Magpies for the women's NPL round one fixture between the Maitland Magpies and Lake Macquarie City. Lake Macquarie City in their first season in the NPL, taking the licence over from Warners Bay, who've now departed the competition. Set for an interesting clash, plenty of player movement. A whole new side in Lake Macquarie. They brought players from a number of clubs together, including a handful from the Central Coast as well. Round one NPL women's action, Maitland FC taking on Lake Macquarie City here at Cook Square Park. A beautiful Sunday afternoon for football action. A light breeze blowing from the southwest. I'm going from right to left of your screen in this first half. Pitch looking beautiful in the early reserve grade game was Maitland FC running out 3-0 winners over Lake Macquarie City on their first senior appearance in the Women's Premier League grades.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cook Square Park for today's game between Maitland
I'm ready to go. You guys like to go for an intro and the team is so
round
if they're ready,
one
then I'm ready.
National
Let me know.
Premier
Just give me a thumbs up.
Women's football. I begin today by acknowledging the Wanneroo people, the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather here today, and pay my respects to elders both past, present and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Maitland FC, along with Northern New South Wales, have a zero tolerance approach to abuse against our match officials. Please respect our referees. Your teams for today for the Magpies: number 1, Annabella Thornton; number 2, Charlotte O'Connor; number 3, Georgia Ammett; number 10, Josie Morley; number 3, Julia Ennis; number 35, Mary Wing; number 14, Renee Putney; number 8, number 11, Sophie Stapleton; number 18, Talia Gosner; number 15, Will O'Neill; Your subs, number 39, Alex Tagarulius, 22, Georgia Williams, 12, Taylor Wright, 4, Keely Gorsup, 24, Leah Cunningham, 5, Lucy Tate, 17, Sienna Carter.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cook Square Park for the highly anticipated round 1 match of the round in the NPL Women's Northern New South Wales season. We're set for a cracking contest as the reigning premiers, Maitland FC, take on the newest member of the NPL, Lake Macquarie City FC, in what promises to be a fascinating clash here under the late afternoon sun. The conditions are near perfect, a fine afternoon with a breeze, setting the stage for an exciting season opener. Chris McPherson bringing you all of the action on Northern New South Wales Football's YouTube channel. Maitland FC, they do enter the season with high expectations after a dominant 2024 regular season, and they'll be eager to make a statement early. With key players looking to pick up right where they left off, the Magpies will want to impose themselves at home and show why they are one of the teams to beat. On the other hand, Lake Macquarie step into the NPLW arena with ambition and belief. Under the guidance of Coach Gabrielle Blanche, they're looking to prove they belong at this level, and there's confidence within their squad that they can challenge the competition's best. And what better way to do that than by testing themselves against Maitland here in round 1. It's experience versus fresh energy, a battle of styles, and a matchup that could set the tone for the season ahead. Will Maitland flex their premiership muscle, or can Lake Macquarie announce themselves with a stunning upset? Stay with us across the next 90 minutes, live on the New South Wales Football's YouTube channel to find out. So our two captains set for the toss. Sophie Stapleford for Maitland FC, while for Lake Macquarie City it will be Brooke Summers. Let's take a look at how the two teams do line up ahead of kickoff, starting with the visitors, Lake Macquarie City. Number 1 in goals, Taylor Gray. Number 2, Sonny Mitchell. Number 4, Caitlin McMahon. Number 5 is Sarah Casey. 6, Annie Jensen. 8, their captain, Brooke Summers. Number 10 is Taylor Thackeray. Number 11, Emily Loder Weston. 15 is Madison Dunlop. 17, Lily Brooks. And 33, Olivia and Ackland. They are coached by Gabrielle Blanche. While for Maitland FC, in goals, number 1, Annabella Thornton. Number 2, Charlotte O'Connor. Number 3 is Julia Innes. Number 8, Sophie Nenadovic. Number 10 is Josie Morley. Number 11, their captain, Sophie Stapleford. Number 14, Renee Pountney. Number 15, Will O'Neill. Number 18, Talia Gosner. Number 23, Georgia Ames. And number 35, Mary Inswing. They are coached by Joe Wright. Moments away from kickoff here at Cook Square Park as the two sides take their places. It will be the home side, Maitland FC, the Magpies. Going from right to left of your screen in this first half. Lake Macquarie City, their first appearance. Can they emulate Bell Swans, who on their return in the men's NPL on Thursday night managed to stage an upset and claim a 5-2 win? That's the question for us here today as we set for kickoff and get ready for the match to get underway. Just sorting out a football. It'll be Lake Macquarie City starting us off. As I said, in their blue kit, they'll be heading from left to right of the screen. Round 1 match of the round. Lake Macquarie City visiting Maitland FC. And we're all set for kickoff. Our referee gets us underway. And Lily Loder Weston sets it back. Happy to retreat early. Set things up, Lake Macquarie. Come into the competition this year in the place of the licence of Warners Bay. They've taken that over. Competition dropping back to a 7-team competition with Mid-Coast withdrawing. Now Maitland in possession. Amos goes wide to the right. Neal sends it down the line. 1-2, looking for the cross in early. Just off target. No threat to Gray. Taylor Gray, the shot stopper, having come across one of a number of players with NPL experience, having come from Azuri last season. George Amos manages to break that up, but pushes it across the sideline, and it'll be a throw the way of Lake Macquarie. Headed away again this time. Another throw is a little deeper in their defensive territory. Go long. Ackland doesn't quite direct it where she wants. And Maitland with the throw. Not quite controlled. A little bit of a nudge there on the edge of the box, but it's play on, says the referee. Stapleford almost comes away with it dangerously. But we're going to have a foul. Lake Macquarie City breathe a sigh of relief for the time being. Happy to work it across through the defence. Casey has options wide, cuts it back centre field, and Swing gets a boot on it. Falls in no man's land, and former Jet and Josie Morley picks it off. Lake Macquarie force the turnover. Jensen. Goster now, and Swing sends it wide. A little heavy touch. Morley again. Decides to play it all the way back to the defensive pairing. O'Connor. Plays wide. Innes with a little space. Cuts back infield. Gosner. And Swing with a heavy touch. Nenadovic sends it wide. They tried to structure attack down the right. They decided to swing it all the way to the left. Couldn't quite find the open attacking winger. Ball played in behind. Can't quite thread the needle. And Connor does well to stop it. Now they go all the way back to Thornton. The team's just trying to find their stride early here. A clumsy challenge from Nenadovic. Referee contemplates going to his pocket. Decides better of it. The American import in Jensen. It looked like she was going to break free there until the challenge. And now I'll have a dangerous free kick here. Lake Macquarie, and a chance to open the scoring away from home. 4 minutes gone here. Either side with a shot on target in the opening few. It will be Jensen that'll take the free kick. Only player over the dead ball. Come to Lake Macquarie from Grand Canyon University. She takes a strike herself. Bounces up, falls awkwardly. Thornton can't regather, and Lake Macquarie open the scoring. Taylor Thackeray was Johnny on the spot and pokes it home after it bounced awkwardly for Thornton. And Lake Macquarie City lead 1-0 here at Cook Square Park. The first goal for Lake Macquarie City women's side in the NPL. A piece of history that will stand next to Taylor Thackeray's name. You have to feel for Thornton in goals for Maitland there. It took a very awkward bounce and kicked up, and she got that in the face. All of a sudden now, they're sniffing about with a bit of confidence, Lake Macquarie. Low to Weston in the box. But a retreating Morley just breaks it up enough for the time being. Now and Swing sends it free. A mess. Defensive work at the back for Lake Macquarie. Throw in, comes away and Swing. Now it's pushed back. It'll be O'Connor. And Swing, one of the major signings for Maitland FC this season. Capped South African international, played for South Africa at the 2012 London Olympics. Maitland looked to loft it forward, looking for a forward runner, but no one presents. Taylor Gray will have all the time that she desires. And attacking, lofted through ball. Looking for a little bit of pace down the left. Looking for Dunlop there, but found her opposite number in Neal. Danger not completely past, though. Ball well threaded, picked off by Jensen. Dangerous now. Just wide. Low to Western, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Just off target. Almost doubled Lake Macquarie's lead early here at Cook Square. Looking around here at Cook Square Park, certainly plenty of nervous Magpies fans early. This is not the script they were expecting here. And swing brought down. And a clumsy challenge by the captain, Summers. Yeah, Connor to take a free kick after the foul. Gostner looking to work it wide for Neal. Morley plays it on. Neal racing it. And it's just pushed comfortably across the sideline by Madison Dunlop. And Maitland will have a throw deep in attacking territory. Fighting tooth and nail. Lake Macquarie win out. Sits into midfield for Jensen. Looking to thread the ball. Both players hesitated there before Ackland retreated for it. She's had it taken away by Amos. Keeps on fighting. Play on, says the referee. Amos is looking for a foul. Ball played in front. A little too heavy for Jensen. Just couldn't quite get after it, so retreats and leaves it for Innes. Nadovic. Summers. And swing. Comes away with it. Morley. Still just looking slightly less organised than we normally expect from Maitland, but that through ball is well weighted. Taylor Gray reads it and gets out and take it away before the Maitland attackers can advance. Casey lobs it forward. She was looking for Ackland, but picked off. Mountain swing. Amos drops it back. Innes. Gostner. Can they conjure here? Maitland. Neal happy to advance and take the territory on offer. Lays it off. Long range shot takes it. Awkward deflection. Gray watchfully sees it past the right goalpost. Referee says the deflection was off a Lake Macquarie player, so Maitland will have their first corner of the season. And will be the South African international in swing to take the corner. Lofts it up into the breeze. Finds the crossbar. It was only millimetres away from dropping into the net. It would have been a stunning first headline from Nswang. But for the time being, the score remains 1-0 in favour of the visitors. Gray happy to take the goal kick short. Play it out from the back. Picked off by Morley. Keep working there. All of a sudden, Lake Macquarie looking to go on the breakthrough low to Western again. Now they come to Jensen. Jensen putting it out in front of Ackland. She's got a stride of space, but it's closed off by Innes. Innes does well breaking it down. Nice touch Over the head by Thackeray, the opening goal scorer. And Swing now, though, comes away with it. Now, Neal sends it long, unthreateningly, and Taylor Gray signals for calm from her defence. A little rush there, but finds Jensen. Back to Casey. Gray calls for it and gets it. Shovels it out to the left. Summers tries to thread it down the line. Finds Sonny Mitchell. She puts it back into the midfield, and Swing intercepts it. A nice ball. Not quite the execution they were looking for, but it worked out okay. Experience of Pountney trying to get a shot away. Can't do so. Beautiful 1-2. The referee says we'll play advantage. As the advantage is being played. Mitchell fighting tooth and nail with Gosner. It's a boot in, and it will be a throw in the way. And Dovic brings it down. Morley. Certainly got plenty of experience in his Maitland team. Gosner feeds it back. Thornton has time and space. Lays it off for O'Connor. She's going to advance and engage the defenders. Threads it through the midfield. Pountney pops it back. Nenadovic sends it wide. Stableford pops it into the centre. Amos and Sang. The flag goes up for offside. Look like a strike from Ensang has just collected an unawares Lake Macquarie defender who pulled up when they saw the flag and the side of the head. Now Casey. Jensen goes wide. Falls back for it. Almost loses a footing but does well. A tense opening exchange. Not a lot separating the two sides. Both teams just trying to find their cohesion. Casey lofts this one up into the wind. Innes does well to get a boot to it. Now it's brought to ground. Then Adovic lays it off. Good ball movement from Maitland. Wind continuing to pick up here. A free kick going the way of Lake Macquarie, just over halfway. Lofted in, up into the wind, a little heavy, and Gosner gets hold of it. Doesn't clear it completely. Thackeray, the opening goal scorer. On her side, throw in. Mid attacking half. Go with a quick throw. Low to Weston. Trying to pop it into the box. Thornton out to this one. Can't quite get hold of it. Another mistake. Unfortunately for Lake Macquarie, a couple of attackers both looking at each other and neither of them could get the shot away. Thornton saved another blemish on the score sheet. Now it drops back. Gosner decides to go even further back to Thornton. Lofted ball, creating an opportunity here. And just a little too heavy with the wind behind it. And again, it'll come back for a goal kick from Taylor Gray. Turned over dangerously, but the defensive unit of Lake Macquarie comes and cleans up through McMahon. Trying to find someone open. She sends it to Casey, her fellow defender. Casey under pressure from in swing. Goes back to Gray. Back to Casey again. Maitland take it away. Morley threads it through, just a little too heavy, and again Taylor Gray out to clean up.
Left shoulder, Ned.
This side's just turning the ball over in midfield. Pountney threads the ball through, but no advancing attackers to capitalise. Meanwhile, we've got a player down for Lake Macquarie. I think McMahon will just get confirmation when we have it available. Just under 20 minutes gone here. And the one goal for Lake Macquarie City, their first in the Women's Premier League in their first match since they took over the licence from Warners Bay. Taylor Thackeray, after a free kick from Annie Jensen, the American import. A little fortunate bounce, and Thackeray was right there on the spot and managed to send it home. Players back on their feet. Always a good sign. Well, we do have a substitute now ready to go, so it looks like Lake Macquarie might be making an early change. Looks like it'll be Matisse Laurellan coming on. I hope that's just precautionary and nothing too serious. As Madison Dunlop, it was in the end confirmed as the change in the injured player. So it'll be Dunlop coming off, Laurellan coming on. Not ideal for Lake Macquarie, the forced change. The referee gets us back underway with a drop ball, and we get back to usual transmissions. Casey does well to thread it down the sideline, but can't quite find a teammate, and Julia Innes just watchfully sees it across the sideline before looking for the throw. She goes long. Ball sits down. Stableford collects Brooks. Profuse with her apologies. Gray took a time. Now clumsy clearance, but it might be okay. And a little jersey tug there sees Sonny Mitchell earn a free kick. Lake Macquarie take it all the way to the other end. Coming through traffic, they get away with it for the time being before NNSW comes away. Laurellan straight away getting involved, gets herself into a dangerous position under pressure. The assistant referee's flag goes up, saying Laurellan was just a touch offside. A little bit of a structural change for Maitland. Stapleford switched to the left side of attack. He suspects he's AMS across to the right. That's exactly what's happened. And Swing and Jensen go toe-to-toe. Ackland trying to win it out, but deflects it down. A little scrappy in the midfield from both sides. Lobbed forward, but unfortunately Loda Weston was on her heels. Could she get away with it here? Dangerous position. Does Walt not quite keep it in? I do apologise. I thought she'd managed to backheel it in, but the ball had just gone over the byline. She certainly looks a handful for the defensive unit, has Loda Weston. Managed to turn her way and get to that despite being on her heels. Ball threaded out. Enswing tries to thread the needle herself. And Connor throws off in at a rate of knots. Stapleford down the line, looking for Pountney. A little deflection off the pass, and it's Lake Macquarie's. A little bit of confusion from both sides there for a moment. Now the throw. Ackland does well. Gets a body in and the boot on it. And gets a last boot before it goes across the sideline. Innes takes the throw. A number of Maitland juniors in the side. And Adovic gets it away. Back to Gosner. She's happy to take the space that's offered to her. She advances towards midfield. Gets it out wide in front of the captain. A little too wide for Sophie Stapleford as the wind got hold of that and pushed it across the sideline. You can see there the corner flag. The wind is certainly picking up and rippling through it. Certainly in favour of Maitland in this half. Hard to control the ball with the sheer magnitude of the wind at the moment. Innes fit and swing. Gets a nice little touch back in, but can't quite pull it up. Ball looking for a clearance. Doesn't get out. Jensen holds back. Nenadovic can't control the touch. I'm going to say that Jensen got a boot in, and it'll be a throw. Innes goes quickly. A little nudge in the back there, and Annie Jensen will get a free kick her way. She's been on the receiving end of a couple of fouls early in this fixture. Challenge there, the referee adjudged. And then Nenadovic as a foul. Nenadovic is one of multiple players in this Maitland FC team with A-League's experience. Likes of herself and Renee Pountney, Sophie Stapleford. See Sarah Casey clear this one long. Innes does well to put a body in line and intercept it, but that's just going to trickle away in the end and head across the byline for a goal kick. One of the changes here at Maitland is in the coaching ranks. Keelan Hamilton, a fixture of local women's football for quite some time, including here at Maitland over the last few years, has decided to take some time away from the game and focus on families. We see Maitland now go on the attack. Nenadovic lays it out wide, across into the box. A little off target though, and it goes across the byline. I was saying Keelan Hamilton taking that time away, and his previous assistant Joe Wright now at the helm. As Casey under pressure gets that pass away. Great opportunity for Wright, undoubtedly, to take control of this reasonably established roster. Remembering Maitland finished the regular season on top of the ladder in season 2024 before bowing out in the finals. Low to Weston. Does well, gets the ball in. Will O'Neill wins out a strong challenge against Matisse Llewellyn. Sends it out for Gosner. Physical challenges coming in early in this fixture. Maitland to take the throw. Morley does well to earn another throw for them. Morley another one with some A-League experience. And from the Jets, spent some time at Adamstown Rosebuds as well, and now finds herself on deck here at Cook Square Park in the black and white of Maitland. Jensen tries to break it up. It falls well for Maitland. In swing, looking dangerous in the box. Nice little touch back to the outside. Can't control it though. They drop it back, Gosner. Neal, all the way back to O'Connor. Jensen pressing up against Morley. Morley for Pountney. Sends it wide, looking for Will O'Neill. She uses the pace, crosses it in. Beats everyone in the end, and it's picked off. A bit of a challenge off the ball. We've also got another player down in back play. We've got a player down for each side. And Dovic again getting a speaking to from the referee. And she'll get a yellow card. Meanwhile, the South African import is also down for Maitland. Marianne swing. And Dovic trying to argue her case. Arguing case didn't get it very far, the referee, and we'll take a bit of a pause again for some treatment. Hopefully in swing it's nothing too serious. Got the physio out there now for both sides. Having a look at a couple of players. They'll take advantage of the stoppage. They'll come across and get some instructions while the physio looks at some treatment for in swing. I touched on a key recruit for the Magpies in season 2024. From season 2024 for season 2025. Plenty of experience. South African international. 44 caps for a country, including plying her trade at the London 2012 Olympics. The good news for Maitland fans is in swing is back to her feet, and she'll head across the sideline. And then we'll be invited to rejoin the game at the referee's discretion. But in the meantime, the referee's going to have to get the other 21 players back out there. And they do make their way. You expect this might play into some stoppage time either later this half or in the next half. The trend we've seen across the major competitions, I'll probably hold a good chunk of it into the second half. I'll come back for the foul. Obviously a reminder of that yellow card to Sophie Nenadovic. Poorly taken, free kick, and goes the way of Nenadovic. She comes together, has advantage played. I'm going to come back here for a foul by Brooke Summers. In the meantime, Marion swing Been invited back onto the field. No, we won't come back for the field. The referee says advantage was taken. Attacking opportunity was more than fair, he says. All drop back, not on target. Neil quick to try and take the throw. And teammates not as alert to the quick opportunity. Neil does well to keep it down and then crosses it in. Cleared away by Brooks. And driven downfield. And Connor, Nanadovic, Gosner, awkward bounce. Casey on the half volley. Clearances need work from Lake Macquarie. Stapleford sends it wide. Nanadovic threads it down, looking for and swing. Casey shepherds it across the byline. That's looking more promising from Maitland. Just over half an hour gone here. It is still Lake Macquarie City leading 1-0 thanks to the opener from Taylor Thackeray. Now Summers. Lake Macquarie's captain in their first appearance in the NPL. Jensen sends it wide for Lorellan. Lorellan trying to take it on. Neil slots back in and picks it off. All pushed up and wide. Morley. Gosner again back to Morley. Morley goes long looking for Amos. Still on the attack. Amos is going to try and use her pace. Can she reel it in? No, she can't. Just a touch too long. All of a sudden, the last 2 to 3 minutes since that stoppage, and Maitland looking to find that spring in their step. Great. Happy just to lay it off with the short goal kick. Not quite able to be kept in by Sonny Mitchell. Again, a throw in the way of Maitland here. Deep in attacking territory. Neil comes down to take it. Gets it to Pountney. Mitchell. Sonny Mitchell does enough to block it off, and we'll have a corner. Northeastern corner of Cook Square Park, and Swing will take it. O'Connor pushes her way into the box. Pountney, Gosner in there as well. They go to the near post, and it's seen away. Lorellan part clears it, and Swing sweeping back gets hold of it. And Dovic gets around Mitchell, back to Nswang. Under pressure from Summers. Jensen pushing up now to try and close down the passing options. A long-range shot taken, well off target in the end from Josie Morley. Maitland's possession and territory certainly starting to apply some pressure. It's waiting on a ball to come in. And Lake Macquarie, a load of Western sniffing about again, but Gosser does well to break it up. Treating McMahon has plenty of time. Does well to find a target in Lorellan. Sonny Mitchell, though, turns it over. It goes across the sideline, and Amos will take the quick throw. Now it's the way low to Western. She lays it wide. Jensen looking to thread the needle. Beats Innes but doesn't realise. Manages to turn back and take it away. Low to Western. Now they drop it back into the pocket. Thackeray. Jensen. Into the box now. The top of the box, Ackland. And again, it's broken up for the time being. And Swing will retreat looking for it. Instead, Morley picks it off, and now the counter-attack from Maitland. Amos. Stableford streaking down the left. They look to try and get it out in front, but Taylor Gray races off a line and dives on it to shut down the attacking threat. Risky play, trying to play it out from the back here. Gray finds Stableford. Defence need to step up. They do for the time being. Nenedovic gets it wide. Stableford tries a little back heel, but manages to fool everyone, including herself, for a moment. Gets it back, and then they lob it forward. Casey just happy to shepherd it across the byline again. And Lake Macquarie will take a goal kick. You knew that Lake Macquarie would certainly be up for the fight on the road in their first game in the NPL Women's, but I don't think many would have predicted for them to be leading deep into this first half. That is the case at the moment. 1-0. Taylor Thackeray got the opening goal after a deflected free kick came down. She pounced on it in the box and poked it home for Lake Macquarie's first goal in the NPL Women's. Innes kicks that one forward and finds the shoulder and chin of Summers before it comes across the sideline for a throw-in. Innes again. Centres it up with Gosner. She's got plenty of room in front of her now. She threads it. Stableford was slicing across, but she was going left to right and the ball went right to left. Come back across for a goal kick. Taylor Gray happy to take her time, go across and retrieve the ball. Gray with the goal kick. Just over 5 minutes of regulation time here in the first half remain. Can Maitland snatch an equalizer before half-time? Certainly add some spark to this home crowd. Jensen's looked dangerous in her involvement. They loft forward, low to Weston. Has it taken away by Nenedovic. She drops it back between O'Connor and Neal. Now Innes. And swing. Showing all of her class. Gets it off for Stableford. Sent it up looking for Amos. Under pressure. Defence does well to clear it away. McMahon. Casey manages to keep it in and still play on. Everyone stopped thinking the ball had gone out, but the wind had held it up. The only person that seemed to notice was O'Connor, who came across to deal with it in the end. End swing opened up just outside the 18-yard box. Takes a long-range shot just outside the left post. Gray thinks about taking it and pulls out at the last moment. And again, it will be a goal kick. Maitland's certainly looking the more threatening in recent minutes. So it's only a matter of time before they start to find some shots on target. Lorellan. Turned over. Morley threads it through. Little 1-2 chipped, looking for a way to beat Gray, but not on target again. Again, Gray happy just to go short. Lays it off, this time to Casey. Casey's absolutely kicked the cover off that, but it's been pulled in. Ackland does well. Innes does better. Finds and swing. Stableford crosses it to the back post. It's the right idea, just a little too heavy for Amos. And a couple of nudges from Amos on the back of Sonny Mitchell sees a free kick go against her. She's straight back over to make sure that Mitchell's okay. It helps her to her feet. McMahon to take a free kick just on the edge of their 18-yard goal box. Lays it back off. Now push forward. Not sure if they're looking for Jensen or low to Weston then, but push put it into no man's land in between. And swing. Nenadovic. Morley goes wide. Amos. Loses the footing. Mitchell comes away with it. Puts it down the line for Llewellyn. Llewellyn pushed and pressured by Neal, who earns her side a throw in. Chipped forward now. Neal gets in there again. Good work in close quarters. Moment of thought from the referee before he points to the advantage of Lake Macquarie. Lofted into the box. No one there. And Gray deals it easily. Casey under pressure from Stapleford. Does get it away to Jensen. Jensen turns back against Nenadovic. Keeps her feet. Does she? No. Loses them in the end. And swing will come away. Morley turns it over. Jensen does well. Swings it wide. Finds Ackland. She cuts back inside Stapleford. Cuts it to the outside. Brooks back in for Ackland. Looking for a teammate. A little bit off target for Loda Western. And we're going to have another free kick the way of Lake Macquarie in a dangerous position. It was almost the same spot that the first goal came from. This time the foul judged against Talia Gosner. Jensen created trouble from her first dead ball opportunity. What can she conjure here? Novella Thornton stands at the left goal post, just adjudging where she needs her wall. So then it's a little to the right. She's all set now. It won't be Jensen, it'll be Thackeray this time. The original goal scorer to take the free kick. Pops it up into the wind. Easily dealt with this time by Thornton on the fall. We head towards the end of regulation time here in the first half. We'll wait from the announcement from the fourth official as to what the minimum added time will be. In the meantime, though, Lake Macquarie looking to clear it away. And here he comes now. As Casey takes it away. Threads it through two defenders for Jensen. Jensen heads wide, looking for Ackland. She's got pace, but not as much as Innes. Innes will drop it back for Thornton, who'll clear it away. Added time now. And Maitland snatch an equalizer. It looked threatening, but not a lot of the shots have finished on target in this first half. Some interesting conversations at the break from both lots of coaching staff. Downley Lake Macquarie City will be very positive if they maintain this lead. You have to think that despite the scoreline, Maitland have probably had the better of opportunities. Been a slightly better side across 45 minutes so far. Casey. Threaded wide. Comes back to Thackeray. Turned over. Pountney. Could have been an awkward bounce, but Gray up to the task. I'm happy to play it out. Take their chances and take the territory offered to them. Sonny Mitchell goes forward, gets it out in front of Llewellyn. Has she got enough pace to get there? No, she doesn't. Neal plays it back. Does well. Managed to get herself out of a tight space. Ball brought down though. Mitchell comes across. Looking for Thackeray, but it's picked off again. Nenadovic has been strong in defence. Late challenge by Summers. Summers and Nenadovic have been at each other for most of the game. Casey. And then Innes had pushed up. Referee just had a chat after Nenadovic asked the question. Nenadovic not necessarily happy with the response, but the game goes on. Now Lake Macquarie, they'll try to push here. Here's Nenadovic now, does well, wins it out. Manages to keep her feet and keep the ball. Jensen, though, comes in and does well to pick it off. Chancing their hand here defensively, Lake Macquarie. McMahon tries to get it upfield a little bit. And swing nearly comes away with it. She's copped another little knock there. And Mitchell just pushes it across the sideline. Looking a little pressured and panicked at the back at the moment, Lake Macquarie. Not making the good decisions they did earlier in the half. And swing back close to a normal gate, which is a positive sign for Maitland fans. Stapleford lays it off. Morley swings it wide. Amos back to Stapleford and loaded up on that right-hand side. Good defensive pressure, sees it across the sideline for the moment. Can't be too long left here now. Thackeray manages to get a boot and break it up. Jensen uses body position to muscle it away and then takes on the clearance. Gosner retreats. And she pushes it forward for Morley. Back to Gosner again. She has long, Amos. McMahon. All the way back to Gray. She needs to be careful. Pountney sniffing about dangerously. And Nenadovic gets a boot in. And the referee says that will do us for the first half. We had plenty of opportunities, plenty of nervous moments at both ends, but just the one goal, courtesy of Taylor Thackeray, the first for Lake Macquarie City upon their entry into the Women's NPL. And at the break, it is Lake Macquarie City 1, Maitland FC 0. We'll take a short break and we'll rejoin you in about 10 minutes with the second half of this round 1 match of the round.
What does medical research look like? Become involved in local research with global impact. Hunter Medical Research Institute.
No matter who you are, there's a place for you to play football with us. Registrations for the 2025 season are open now.
Football is
everywhere! It's everywhere!
On the beach, at school, at the park, in the backyard or on the pitch. Football is everywhere in northern New South Wales.
Football is Newcastle.
Lake Macquarie.
The Hunter Valley!
Search Northern New South Wales Football to find your club and join our team, because football is everywhere in Northern New South Wales.
What does medical research look like? Become involved in local research with global impact. Hunter Medical Research Institute.
No matter who you are, there's a place for you to play football with us. Registrations for the 2025 season are open now.
Football is
everywhere! It's everywhere!
On the beach, at school, at the park, in the backyard or on the pitch. Football is everywhere in northern New South Wales.
Football is Newcastle.
Lake Macquarie.
The Hunter Valley.
Search Northern New South Wales Football to find your club and join our team, because football is everywhere in northern New South Wales.
Welcome back to Cook Square Park for the second half here of Northern New South Wales Women's NPL Round 1 action. The match of the round, Lake Macquarie City visiting the Maitland FC Magpies. And a little bit surprisingly, considering it's Lake Macquarie's first time in the NPL, they do lead at the break 1-0 and came from a free kick taken by their US import, Annie Jensen. It was an awkward bounce for the Maitland FC keeper. It then spilt in front of an advancing Lake Macquarie line, and Taylor Thackeray was the player who managed to put it into the back of the net. And Thackeray will go down in Lake Macquarie City history as their first scorer in women's NPL action. As we await the return of the home side, Maitland FC. The wind continues to pick up here at the top of Maitland. Cook Square Park, renowned for its picturesque views back over the valley. The other thing that comes with that height is an undoubted breeze coming back across. And wind will be behind Lake Macquarie City in this second half. They will be heading from right to left of your screen. And Maitland will be heading into the wind, looking for that equaliser. Remember, Maitland The reigning premiers. They took out the regular season competition last year before bowing out during finals. A point to prove. A few changes in their lineup. We've seen the impact already. Their new signing, Mary Inswing's had, as well as the experience of Renee Pountney, a former Newcastle Jet and Central Coast Mariner, an Australian under-20s representative. Inswing, a South African international with over 40 caps for her country. Well, for Lake Macquarie City, they had the task in the off-season under Gabrielle Blanche to structure a whole new side to take on the competition. And they searched far and wide, picking up players from other clubs within the NPL, the likes of Taylor Gray and Maddie Thornton from Charlestown, Missouri. Brooke Summers, their captain, came from Olympic. A handful of players from Broadmeadow Magic, including Emily Loder Weston, Kezia White, who's out of action today, and Sunny Mitchell. And a cluster of players as well come from Terrigal United on the Central Coast. Taylor Thackeray, the goal scorer. Indiana Moyes, who we may see later in this fixture, and Lily Brooks. Olivia Ackland came from Newcastle Olympic, and then we touched on their American import, Annie Jensen from Grand Canyon University. Madison Dunlop came from their predecessors, Warners Bay, and they've managed to bring them all together and form a team that, at the break here in round one, has the lead and will be eyeing off a potential 3 points in their first outing in the NPL. As I touched on in the first half, and we're looking to follow the lead of Bell Swans in the men's competition, who were promoted after 26 years absence from the top tier and came away with a gritty 5-2 win over Adamstown Rosebuds on Thursday night to get this round and this season of NPL men's and women's action underway. One thing is for certain, we'll know much more in 45 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel. Of course, stay tuned throughout the season. All games, first and reserve grade, will be streamed live throughout the year. Match of the round covered with commentary as well. It's the home, live and free, of the NPL, both men's and women's, as our referee gets set to get us back underway. As Lake Macquarie City leading 1-0 at the break. The whistle goes for the second half here at Cook Square Park, and Sophie Nenadovic gets us moving, sending it wide, turned over. Loder Weston goes on the attack straight away. Can't quite control it. Nenadovic with a boot in, and they'll get a corner. Of course, in the earlier game this round, Charlestown Missouri got their season off to a flying start with a 6-1 win over New Lambton yesterday. And the final game of the round, which will be later this evening. You'll be able to tune into it on Football New South Wales, Northern New South Wales' YouTube channel. It'll be Broadmeadow Magic up against Newcastle Olympic. Jensen lofts this into the box dangerously. Punched away by Thornton. What a save. Stepped up to the mark and fired it away with both gloves. It'll be another corner. Jensen heads back to the flag. A good delivery on the first attempt. Poking it up and letting the wind that sits behind them do some of the work. This time a little flatter and a little bit offline. No threat to the goalkeeper. The wind takes it across the byline, and it will be a goal kick. Mitchell. Morellen. Morley now working under pressure from Jensen. Finds Nenadovic. Now they go wide. Innes. Pops it down in front of Pountney. She lays it off. They go wide. Amos gets a jump. What can they create here? Amos, a little touch around the outside, does well, but a little boot in from the defender will see us go for a corner this time. It'll be Maitland FC. Both sides going on the attack early in this second half. And Swing will take the corner. Just adjust the lie of the ball. Gets it into the right spot for herself. No signals, just coming in, ready to deliver. Pops it up towards the penalty spot, headed away nicely by Summers. Gray came out looking to punch it away as well. A half shot taken by Nenadovic. Now a shot and just parried away. A couple of hands punching the shot from Morley. Taylor Gray covering her right post, and we'll have another corner. The fourth of the half in just on 3 minutes of action. She drifted the last one up over the penalty spot. Where will Marianne Swing deliver this one? Flat at the line. Gray gets two hands to it, parries it down, and then snaps it up. She's been strong at the back for Lake Macquarie. Now they push it wide. Neal just pushes it across the line. Morellon was looking to make a break down the sideline. Mitchell with the throw. Wide to Weston, out-muscled by Gosner. Sonny Mitchell. Both teams fighting tooth and nail here. All out of play. Throw in for Mitchell again. Nice little touch on. If they can keep it inbounds here, they can. 1-2. This one can't be kept in the field of play by Loda Western. It'll be a throw in deep in their defensive territory for Maitland FC. Solid crowd in here at Cook Square Park for round one as Jensen goes on the attack. Loses a footing and Maitland come away with it. One of the crowd having migrated from the main grandstand as the temperatures dropped and found themselves positioned in the sun to watch the second half. Nenadovic under pressure. Summers gets a boot in. Maitland continue on and Swing. Dispossessed. Jensen, the two imports come together. Mitchell. Summers. Plays it out wide. Maitland. Nice little layoff. Brooks. Oh, collision after the ball went. Referee happy to play on though. Plenty of physical collisions in this game. Just the one yellow card so far. Play broken up for the time being. Morellon for Mitchell. 1-2 again. Mitchell keeps hold of it. Looking to create a run. Low to Weston. Low to Weston does come away with it, but can't quite control. Now Neal gets to the outside, uses a pace. Threads it back in. Pountney. And Swing. Has it taken away. Stapleford lofts it dangerously forward. Casey slices it straight to the bench where it's grabbed on a Maitland FC coach. Neal. Pountney fighting for it, and that'll be a free kick. Stapleford a little bemused by the free kick. The referee looked to get it right. He was right on the spot. Caitlin McMahon with the free kick, looking for options. Didn't quite get hold of it how she might have liked. And now it falls for end swing. Amos lays it off to the left. Innes. Jensen breaks it up. Miscontrolled pass and swing capitalises. Nanadovic for Morley. Morley takes a shot from long range. Gray looked a little hesitant there, but it was wide of the goals in the end. Again, they played out casually from the back. Jensen, Casey. Does well to get the bounce back off the defenders, or the opponent's legs. Loader Weston holds her feet under pressure. Ackland takes off down the right. Plays it into the feet of Innes. And it'll be another corner this time for Lake Macquarie. Their third of the second half. Certainly don't quite have the height of Maitland for these set pieces. Ackland, the tallest of their options in the box. She's at the front post. Summers at the back. Jensen sitting on the outside of the 18-yard box. Lofted in with the breeze. Beats everyone in the end. Slices its way around the goal mouth for a goal kick. Now Maitland trying to play it out of the defensive half. Morley. Amos makes a good run. Just had a cut back for the ball though. Wasn't quite weighted. And Summers will break that up and push it forward. They turn it over though. Morley. Summers. That's a very average challenge. After the ball. And the referee will go to the pocket. And the Lake Macquarie captain goes into the book. So, Maitland will be going to the bench in a moment. Looks like Kelly Gawthrop ready to come into the fray. Lofted ball dangerously for Staple, but the wind just holds it up. It was the right idea. Just hard into the teeth of that wind. Sonny Wright does well. And we will have a change. And will be Renee Pountney coming from the field. Kelly Gawthrop will take her place. Former Newcastle Olympic player in her third season at Maitland. Heads out and slots into the midfield. Gets a touch early. Deflects it back with the head. Innes. Now Gawthrop. First touch with the boot. Turns it over. Sat out in front of Ackland. A little wide. If she can get a shot away here, she can, but Thornton up to the task. Gawthrop would love to have that first pass all over again. It turns out okay. Thanks to the work of Annabelle Thornton between the sticks. Gosner plays it well. It holds up nicely for Neal. She plays it infield. Stapleford racing back, but Summers comes away with it. Summers again, this time deflected. Doesn't quite land the way she wants. Gawthrop. Jensen. Ball exchange back and forth between the two sides in midfield. McMahon goes forward. Plays it down the line. Mitchell. Threads it nicely. Copped a knock for her efforts after the ball, but the ball's going to be too heavy and will beat Llewellyn away over the byline. Amos goes wide. Attempts to go wide, looking for Stapleford. It's hacked forward. Low to Weston. But the flag goes up. Thornton did well to get a body on the line and block the shot anyway. But the flag does go up for offside and will come back. Gosner under pressure. Jensen pushing up. Summers now putting the pressure on Morley. Maitland turn it over again inside their defensive half. Thackeray takes a long-range shot. Thornton takes it easily. The wind assisted straight into the gloves. Gosner, Gawthrop, back to Gosner. Gosner hoofs it forward. Stapleford beats one. Sonny Mitchell does well to position herself. The pass not as clean. And intercepted. Later Weston making nuisance of herself and Nenadovic. Gosner. And all of a sudden, Maitland on the attack. Amos on the edge of the 18-yard box. She cuts infield. Can she get a shot away? Casey does well to clear it away from the challenge. Summers throws herself in there. Needs to be cautious. She's on a yellow card. And swing. The nutmeg. Beautiful against the other import in Jensen. Nenadovic and Jensen. Nenadovic can't quite get the needle threaded. Jensen pushes it around, the touch a little too heavy, and it drifts across the sideline. Neal takes the throw. And Neal with the quick throw. Gawthrop has to get herself back into play. Looking for options. Gawthrop takes off down the line. Does well with the experience. Little back heel for Neal. And Neal takes it into a City player, and they'll get a corner here. In the shadows of the southwestern corner, it'll be Mary and Swing to take this. Wendell hold it up away. They decide not to put it up. Stapleford has it taken away. Maitland will get the throw. Again, it'll be Willow Neal. She takes it. It's headed off. Way to Weston. Clumsy challenge from O'Connor. Lake Macquarie City will have a free kick just short of halfway on the defensive side. McMahon will take it. Goes across to Casey. McMahon again. Looking for options. Pursued, gets across to Mitchell. Now Summers sliced it off the outside of the boot. Not quite the pass she was looking for. Gosner. Stapleford. Beautiful incision by McMahon. Gets it out looking for Jensen. Just outside of her reach. Ackland back in for Jensen. Again outside of her reach. Turned over dangerously. A mess has to pull up. Looking for Swing. Pressure from Casey. And Swing cuts back. Looks to feed it to Stapleford. Contact in the box. The referee says play on. The two players came together and he was happy with it. He was right there. Ackland now on the turn on the counter attack. Tries to get the outside of Innes. Innes gets a boot in and gets the throw. Savvy Stableford still looks perplexed by that decision. But again, the referee was in perfect position. As the challenge came in inside the box. Now Lake Macquarie. Maitland going the attack the other way. And Swing can't reel it in before it goes across the sideline. A throw for City. Maitland get a header in. Thackeray hacks it forward. Gosner looks to retreat, but Thornton wards her off. Takes it easily and then rolls it out in front of Gosner, and they'll look to try and create some space. Sends it to a captain in Stableford. Back to Gosner. Takes it off the boot of Loda Weston and gets a team a throw in. Neal retreats to take the throw. Northrop advances. Side heel. Lofted forward by Mitchell. No one chases, and Thornton will just let this one trickle away over the byline and run it back for a goal kick. Almost 20 minutes gone now in this second half, and it still remains 1-0 in the favour of Lake Macquarie City. Maitland looking for their answer. Still plenty of time to run here. Georgia MS has been looking one of the more dangerous options. Morley heads it on. Here she is, MS. Finds it swing. Lays it wide. Does well to turn Summers inside out. Well, she pulls up again. Casey reads it a little better. This time pass by Nenadovic is picked off by Jensen. Brooks. Misdirected passing again in midfield from Lake Macquarie. Maitland through end swing. Now it falls for Thackeray, the goal scorer. She tried to thread it through. Was picked off though by Neal. Nenadovic now. Under pressure. So that's Nenadovic on the ball now. It was Morley previously. Amos comes forward, drops it back for O'Connor. Gawthrop feeding it all the way back now. Gosner. Time and space availed to her and she takes it. Lays it out wide for Stapleford. Stapleford up against Thackeray. Threads it, finds it and swing at the top of the attack. Nice little back heel for Nenadovic advancing. She's going to take a long range shot. Blocked well. McMahon read it. Maitland continuing to press, looking for an equalizer. And swing. Lays it out wide. Jensen gets a boot in, chases after it, and Nenadovic ends up on the turf. Ball looking for Stapleford. Mitchell gets a boot in but doesn't come away with it. Ultimately, Stapleford does. Pokes it on. Gawthrop under pressure. Appeals to the referee, but the referee's having none of it. They send it wide now. Will O'Neill. Nice little 1-2. Holds up with the wind in front of Neal. She crosses it into the box. But it's seen away just short of the corner flag by Taylor Thackeray. So it'll be a throw in. Will O'Neill take it? Sophie Stapleford presenting as an option. Defensive side. No one else seeming to run for it. Gawthrop does. But she plays it back to Neal in an offside position. And the assistant referee's flag is immediately up. It's not as cohesive as you would expect Maitland thus far. Mitchell turns it over dangerously and swing under pressure from multiple defenders. Casey gets away with a clearance. An appeal for a handball from Lake Macquarie, but looks like Josie Morley's just worn that in the side of the face in close range. Never a great sign. I think it is going to be given as handball. She's or potentially the referee saying it. A bit of confusion here. Looks like it's going to be a drop ball in favour of Lake Macquarie. Casey goes forward. Jensen. Maitland still with 10 while Morley stays off the pitch until she's signalled back on by the referee. McMahon tries to thread it. Stapleford now fighting tooth and nail with McMahon. And Sophie Stapleford gets a yellow card for a bit of a retaliation from the contact. Third yellow card of the match. And again, as we saw in the first half, Amos and Stapleford will switch sides. Amos now on the right of the attack. Jensen wins out. Low to Weston. Tries to thread it through about 4 defenders. Unlikely, and it doesn't occur. Now the ball out. Looking for Stapleford, but Casey's going to get there, is she? No, Stapleford loses the footing. And she stays down holding her ankle. It's not a good sign for the Maitland captain. Hopefully nothing too serious from some innocuous contact. Amos is giving the referee some feedback here, and I don't think that's really going to get Maitland anywhere. Kelly Gawthrop trying to argue the point as well. The referee clearly signalling the defender got the ball first, and just looked like it was a squeeze between the two of them after the fact. Physio out there. Certainly been kept busy today at the Maitland FC physio. Stapleford will come from the field. A little gingerly. Inside the final 20 minutes of regulation time. Good news for Maitland fans is that Stapleford's back running reasonably well. Jensen looks to clear this. Certainly some agitation from some of the Maitland players at this point. Jensen taking its time to get back to her feet. And looks like we'll see some changes for Maitland. Kayla Wright and Georgia Williams looking like the likely players. And we are going to have the changes before we get restarted here. It'll be in swing. The South African international to come off. She'll be replaced by Georgia Williams. And it'll be Julia Innes to be replaced by Kayla Wright. And we're back underway. Casey. All coming off the top of the shoulder of the defender in O'Connor. Stapleford and Ackland go toe-to-toe, and the ball trickles across the sideline. A throw in the way of Lake Macquarie. Brooks to take the throw. Headed backwards by Maitland. Gosnick goes long. Looks like Maitland now working it around. What can they conjure? Still plenty of time. Just one goal the deficit. Amos looking for Wright. He rolls her ankle on the ball in the end. Gawthrop and Wright come together. Morley. Back to Nenedovic. Stapleford. It's a 1-2. Has to turn back to retrieve it. It's a little heavy in the end. Plays it forward. Sets Williams free. She cuts back defensive side. Stapleford tries to use a pace to get to the outside and takes a deflection off Summers and goes across the sideline for a throw-in. It'll be Stapleford to take the throw-in. Right, advancing to try and get hold of it. Stapleford gets it back. Stapleford tries to park herself over the ball, does so successfully. Out falls the way of Loda Weston. She gets to the outside, turns on the afterburners, beats O'Connor with ease. Now she pulls up looking for runners. Thackeray comes into the box. She can't quite control it though. That could have been dangerous if she managed to trap that ball, but instead she pushes it across the byline. A positive sign though for Lake Macquarie. So we head down towards the last 15 minutes of regulation time here at Cook Square Park, and it is the visitors in their first game of NPL action with a somewhat unexpected lead. They lead 1-0 through a first half score to Taylor Thackeray. Gawthrop over the ball. Looking to hold it up for Stapleford, and then boot pushes across the line from Lily Brooks for City. And we throw in the way of Maitland FC. Stapleford looking a little worse for wear. Gawthrop tries to break free. Stapleford goes long into the box. It's headed out by Casey. Thackeray controls it, gets it down. Loda Weston chasing, but Gosner gets there. We've got a player down for Lake Macquarie. Long range shot taken well over the crossbar. Dominance for a moment for Maitland. Sorry, for Lake Macquarie. A little too heavy even in the wind. And it's Thackeray, the goal scorer, who's down, and now it'll be the Lake Macquarie City physio who's called upon. Still just the one change by Lake Macquarie. Of course, make sure you stay tuned to Northern New South Wales Football's YouTube channel. Another game of the Women's Premier League still to come this weekend. The third match of the round. It will be Broadmeadow Magic taking on Newcastle Olympic. I'll get underway from 6 p.m, so you can head straight from this game finishing into that one. Of course, if you're keeping an eye on the men's competition as well, this week the season got underway on Thursday night with a 5-2 win for the newly promoted Bell Swans over Adamstown. And then on Friday night, Edgeworth Eagles, some Valentine's love at home, getting a win over Broadmeadow Magic, 1-0. Here yesterday at Cook Square Park, it was a high-scoring encounter, 3-3 between Maitland FC and Valentine. And then last night, we saw a win for Newcastle Olympic, 4-2 over Cooks Hill United at Darling Street Oval. Currently, Charlestown Azuri and Western locked at 0-0. And again, later tonight from 6:30, you'll have the Lambton Derby. Lambton Jaffers versus New Lambton FC Eagles, coming to you from Arthur Eden Oval. And a Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel is where you can see all of the games live and free. And now we're going to see a change here. It'll be Georgia Amos coming from the field and should be replaced by Serena Carter. Joe Wright looking to see if some fresh legs can add a bit of spark to this fixture for his side as they trail 1-0. And Sarah Casey in defence again there. She's been a constant presence. Lorellen doesn't quite direct that where she needs to. Sunny Wright. Lorellen has an air swing. Neil. Wright has a foul called against her and push in the back. The referee says you've got to get around. You can't come from behind with the shoulder. And McMahon will have the free kick. She goes down the line for Wright. Turned over though. Fortunately for McMahon, it comes straight back to her. Now she goes to Casey. The captain in Summers turns inside, beats Gawthrop, slices between two defenders. Nice work from Summers, looking for low to Western. Thornton comes out just outside the box and clears it away. Brooks on the volley. Players all come together. Play on, says the referee. Low to Western. Does well but can't hold her feet. And Thornton will pick it up. Inside the final 10 minutes now of regulation time. It's counting down as Thornton slices this off the outside of the boot. It holds up in the breeze. Lorellen gets a boot to it, looking for low to Western. Gostner outmuscles her. Now Williams switches it across, but Lake Macquarie happy to shepherd it across the line as much as Keely Gawthrop chased. Sonny Mitchell. Ball pushed wide now. Casey looked to wind up, thought better of it, lays it off for Brooks. Collision between a couple of players and Summers ends up on the ground. Gawthrop comes away, ball, says the referee. We've got Thackeray down holding a leg as well. Will O'Neill pushes on, gets it into the box, but there's no options there, no real attacking presence. Interesting to see. Changes have been rung multiple times in this second half by Maitland, but Lake Macquarie just the forced change in the first half, so doesn't look like anyone else warming, ready to go as of yet. Ball ends up in the box. Mitchell picks it off at the top of the box, lobs it forward, looking for Lorellen. Can't quite get it to her though. Good tackle by Thackeray. Then Adovic chases after. Pass forward wasn't on target. Lake Macquarie City fans will dare to dream at this point. They lead by 1 goal, but there's still time for a response from Maitland. And the ball now falls to Georgia Williams. She does well, cuts back against 2, beats 2, feeds it to Keely Gawthrop. Neil's got space here on the right. Inside the 18-yard box. Can she cross it in? Summers does well to get her legs in the way and forces it for a corner. Set piece opportunity for the home side. Inside. Single digits on the clock. With NNSW to take it. Gosner setting herself at the back post. NNSW drops it short. Summers clears it outside the 18-yard box. NNSW comes back, beats one, crosses it in, looking at the back post this time, headed wide of the goals, and it'll be a goal kick. Maitland looking more threatening again. Coaching staff from Lake Macquarie urging their team just to slow things down and control the clock. McMahon goes wide. Mitchell under pressure. McMahon turns it over. Will O'Neill lays it out nicely for Gawthorpe. Can she get across and find a target in the box? No, she drops it back for Neal. Collision after the fact. We're going to be playing advantage here. Brooke Summers might just get a talking to, but she's already got a yellow. There's certainly some people in the Maitland camp that think it should be another. The referee disagrees. It will be a dangerous free kick for the Magpies. What can they conjure here? Talia Gosner positions herself right on the keeper. On the tall opportunities for attack for Maitland. Stableford pops it in and scores directly from the free kick. The experience of Sophie Stableford levels it for Maitland. What a dangerous, what a well-taken free kick by the captain, Sophie Stableford. And we're back on level terms deep in the second half here at Maitland. And we will see a change for Lake Macquarie. Taylor Thackeray will come from the field and she'll be replaced by Sophie Piltz. Maitland didn't get the second yellow card they're appealing for, but I'm sure they'll be happy with a goal on level pegging. Now both teams will go in search over the final few minutes for the winner. McMahon. Could Maitland somehow conjure victory from the jaws of defeat here? Out in front for Matisse Lorellen, but it's going to be too far out in front. And it'll come back for a goal kick. Thornton. They play it off O'Connor. Comes back after the pass is broken up. Maitland get the foul. The rapturous applause from their bench. Maitland coach Joe Wright encouraging his team forward. Almost playing four up front now. They drive it deep into attack, trying to find something. First touch there for Piltz. Ball going forward, looking for Loda Weston. Gosner gets it away. Piltz, one of a handful of Terrigal United players who've joined Lake Macquarie this season. Ball in dispute now. Maitland win out. You feel they have a little of the momentum swung their way. Now Neal Tries to get to the outside. Drop back. McMahon now with time, but just pushes it across the sideline under a little pressure. And we continue on here. Right, can't control it. Falls favourably for them through O'Connor though. Now Wright again. Tries to get it to Neal, but McMahon clears it for the time being. Carter. Nice little touch there from Wright. Neal looking for it. Sonny Mitchell fighting tooth and nail. Neal again. Goes wide for Wright. Pops it into the box. Dangerously beats one in Gawthrop. Looked like she was getting up to try and nod it home. Maitland fighting everything they can. Nenedovic appealing for a free kick after she lost the footing. Well, the referee again wise to it. Saw what went on and called play on. Ball falls for Wright. Neal fighting for it. Mitchell trying to shepherd it. Mitchell can't quite thread it. Ball tapped on. Ackland, they're going to put pressure on Gosner here. She'll lay it back for Thornton. And does well. Finds the captain and goal scorer. Brooks. Ackland looking for Brooks again. Now Gawthrop, she's got time and space if she can get the ball out in front. She comes wide, looking for Neal. Neal plays it in. McMahon sends it almost into the next suburb. Ball, one out after the initial contact by Mitchell. Lake Macquarie seem happy just to continue clearing it and settling. 4 points. Long range shot. Awkward for Gray. She does well to get down and cover it. If Maitland had had someone chasing through, it might have been a different story. Gray sliced it off the outside of the right boot. So we get to the end of regulation time. Fourth official will signal for us in a moment. Jensen deflects it down. Mitchell. Morley. They can't quite get it away from her in Neal. This time they do. Lofted in dangerously at the left post, but not quite on target. And the fourth official indicates a minimum of 4 minutes of added time. Well, let's see what both teams want to do from here. Are they happy to settle for a share of the points? Or will they try and push their advantage? Ball lofted forward and easily sits for Thornton now. Certainly looking at the last couple of minutes, it looks like Maitland persisting to push the 3 points. Lake Macquarie probably more likely to be happy to set up a one. Beautiful ball for Neal. She has to pull up for it. Mitchell does well to get a boot in. Summers has an air swing. Gawthrop's going to take a long-range shot, but Gray gets some hands down to parry it and does advance out and retrieves the ball. Gray goes long and wide. Beats everyone in the end and will trickle down for a throw. Carter takes it. Pushed away. Summers goes body on and keeps trying to clear it forward. Laurellan gets it for Pilts. Ackland has it stolen away. Well, they set it out in front of Williams. Does well to keep it inside the sideline. That'll be a free kick. Williams with a tug on the jersey there of Lily Brooks. the last couple of minutes here at Cook Square. Thornton manages to slide across and take that on the bounce. Pops it out for Stapleford. Casey drives it back the other way. And Nadovic lays it wide. Stapleford again. Gawthrop pushing forward, trying to create an option. Summers breaks it up for Lake Macquarie. Ackland mistimes it. A free kick going Maitland's way. Keely Gawthrop tries to ask the referee whether a card might have been fitting there. The referee today has done a wonderful job of keeping things cool and calm and only dealt cards when he really needed to. Ball falls dangerously inside the 18-yard box, but no one there to clean it up. Mitchell lays it out, looking for the import in Jensen. Does well to play it into the legs of Will O'Neill. Lake Macquarie City will have the throw in. Almost 4 minutes elapsed now of additional time. We'll see how long the referee allows this to go on, or whether he just nips it in the bud and calls full time and a share of the points. Jensen, Neal, Jensen again. We're going to have a free kick going the way of Maitland. Can't be long left now. This could be the last attempt for Maitland to snatch the 3 points. And here they go, Maitland. They loft it forward, looking for Gawthrop. Casey gets a boot in. Jensen. Neal steals it away. A shot off target. It was optimistic from outside the box for right. And that will be all that she wrote here at Cook Square Park. And it is a share of the points in round one. The newcomers up against the defending premiers in Maitland. And they both see a goal and a point as they exit Cook Square Park in round one. It's been an enthralling encounter. A goal in the first half went the way of Taylor Thackeray for Lake Macquarie to have a lead of 1-0 at the break. And then in the second half, a stunning free kick from Maitland's captain, Sophie Stapleton, got them back on level pegging. And after 90 minutes, they can't be separated. And we'll take 1 point away from round one. Chris McPherson on behalf of Northern New South Wales Football, thanking you for tuning in. And make sure to stay tuned to the Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel for all of your live and free NPL action in season 2025.
It's been a long weekend. Could everybody please pitch in? Everything on the field needs to come off. Garbage is in. All help and assistance is appreciated. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday when our women are home once again. Please kindly put your rubbish